Grant, I guess in many respects, is it the right way just to take a fairly pragmatic view of Saturday and that you had a lot thrown at you, just draw a line and move on?
Yeah, I mean, look, when we analysed the game and we watched the game back, we definitely didn't show what we had shown previously in the previous four games anyway. If you think back to maybe the Bournemouth game, I felt we turned a bit of a corner. Obviously, we're thrown straight into the deep end with game after game, early part of my time here. And then I felt for four games, we got really competitive, really strong. Bournemouth, Stoke, Swansea, we should have won the game there, and then we beat QPR. I think a lot of things obviously didn't go our way in the game. I still believe it wasn't a 4-0 scoreline, but it ended up being that. We were okay in the first half. We were okay. There was nothing much in the game apart from obviously the goal that we conceded. They had some chances. We had some really good chances. Second half, we just, we were like I say after the game, we've made individual errors that's cost us goals, and that's something we need to stamp out of our game, over these next 7 games, and we have to be much better than that.
Yeah, with Emmanuel Fernandez, presumably you speak to him afterwards and emphasise all of the good stuff, because to come in at that late notice and to largely play well, of course, he's going to be gutted with the second goal, but that's football.
Yeah, I mean, I thought he was very good in the game, considering that's his debut in the Championship. Young lad. On a whole, I thought he was really good in the game. I thought he defended strongly. We could have scored twice in a couple of set plays, which I feel we're getting better at as well. Obviously, it's just an error of judgment from him and maybe the goalkeeper. I don't know what we did speak today. The communication wasn't great at that moment, and that's early parts of games, whether it's first half, second half. You got to be strong. You got to keep it tight. We didn't really give ourselves a chance to. We adjusted the plan a little bit at half time. We tried to get a little bit more pace with Ricky on, and we never give ourselves a chance to get going, having conceded so early in the first half. But in the second half. But we've analysed it, we've assessed it this morning. We've been open and honest with the group and told them what we need to be better at. But also, some of the positives in the game as well, like the chances we created. Some of the play in the first half was good, but ultimately we got to move on quickly. Got to draw a line under it and get under the Luton game.
Are you going to have both Ronnie Edwards and Mark Beevers ready for Luton?
Yeah, I mean, Ronnie's much better. He's had 2 or 3 training sessions now. So he's training Saturday, Sunday, and today. So Ronnie would be fine for the game. Beeves come in this morning and trained. So yes, the both of them will be available for selection yet.
Yeah, and it underlines, doesn't it, with Ronnie, with Emmanuel coming in at the weekend and being similar ages, it puts in perspective just what Ronnie has done this season to play so many games and to be such a reliable performer.
Yeah, and he's been in good form, hasn't he? Really leading up to the international break, he's been playing well. We've moved his position a little bit. Some games centrally, some games on the right. He's comfortable in both. So yeah, he's obviously done really well considering he's such a young age, Ronnie, to play the games he's played this season. And obviously the international recognition is great for him as well. And it's just a shame he didn't play in the third game. But it's nice to see for him England qualify. So he's got that to look forward to in the summer as well.
Yeah, it shows at the weekend just how tough it is playing in defence as a young player, in that if you're a young striker and you miss a chance, yeah, you're going to be kicking yourself, but it's not so crucial overall in the game. You make a mistake at the back, the ball ends up in the back of the net, and the stakes are so high, aren't they?
It's all part of learning, Pete. It's all part of learning defensively. It's for me, it's not a big issue as long as we learn from the mistakes. And I'm sure this season Ronnie's made some errors, and I'm sure he'll make some more. But so will Frankie, so will Josh, so will Beevers, so will Manny Fernandez if he plays. It's just nature of the game. As long as you learn from it, you get better from it, and you analyse it, you watch your clips. We've got a real learning culture here at this football club, and we're starting to create that now, where people will come to us with their clips, etc., and want to get better at that as well. So it's all about learning from those mistakes and trying to be better.
Clearly bad news for Olly Norburn to have picked up such a serious injury. Crucial for him, I suppose, just to get the surgery done as soon as possible so he can crack on with what will be a long rehab.
Yeah, he's going to have the surgery tomorrow. So it's it's not great for Ollie. He was in today, obviously hobbling about a little bit. But I said to him, I said, look, if there's going to be a time when you do an injury like this is probably the time. It's although nobody wants this injury anytime. It's he's got the season starts on the 30th of April. He's got 2.5 months or so now, 3 months before the season starts, and then you're looking maybe October, November before Ollie's back. That's obviously if everything goes well in the rehab. So it's you never want to do an injury like this, but this is probably a time where you feel you can almost look at it and think, yeah, I'm going to miss the first few months of next season, but kind of push and get back before Christmas time. So that's all he's thinking at the minute, which is great.
Yeah, I suppose that's the case, isn't it? Give yourself a few signposts, a few markers. You've got to be fairly flexible because you don't know how it will pan out. But if you can start to have those little victories, it begins then to shape up a bit.
Yeah, I've seen a few of these injuries over the years myself, and you can almost get cracking very, very quickly on them. Once the operation settles down and you can start moving your leg a little bit more, you can start working on your strength and different areas of your leg and both legs really. So that's the plan with Ollie. The quicker we can get him moving and straightening that knee, the quicker he can crack on with his plan.
Yeah, without giving too many of the details away, for Luton Tuesday night, the injury situation looking much the same, is it?
Yeah, much the same. Callum Morton has picked up a shoulder injury. He's gone back to West Brom to get assessed. Not sure on the time frame. Joel Randall trained today, which is good. Obviously, he's going to need a bit of time on the training ground because it's his first session for a while. So he's back on the training ground. But yeah, nothing's really changed apart from that. Like we spoke about, a few days ago.
With Luton, then they've had a brilliant season, haven't they? To be right up there, they've had great momentum of late, particularly away from home.
Yeah, I mean, Nathan's done an incredible job, and they're riding the crest of the wave at the minute. Up and I think they're third in the league at the minute. Yeah, so strong team. It's going to be a tough game. They've got a certain way of playing that we have to be good with, and they've got real energy about them and aggression in terms of how they play, and they've got strengths all over their team. But we're at a stage of the season where we need to make sure we focus a lot on us and making sure we get our game plan right. For me, we can't be as passive as we were on Saturday. I felt we were just passive, and the aggression probably from the previous 4 games wasn't there, but we need to get that back. And if we do, then we give ourselves the best chance to win. Yeah,
from your point of view, and I suppose other clubs of Peterborough's size as well, really nice to see Luton doing well, because it shows if you can get the whole package together, even if you don't have the biggest resources, you can make an impact at this level.
Yeah, it's the togetherness. That's what it's about. They haven't spent millions and millions of pounds to put their squad together. They've recruited very well. People like Adebayo and like Berry and Panza's come through the academy. A little bit of experience with Henry Lansbury. The squad's been put together really well by Nathan, and it's a lot of players from lower levels of the English pyramid. Add it with a little bit of experience and around it, and you can see what happens, and they've got a real togetherness. They've been together. Obviously, Nathan's been at the football club similar to me. He's gone away and come back again, and he's been given time to build a really good, strong championship team, as you can see. So it's another tough game for us.